Shalom la b'chayarium shal yasha'Allah. Peace to the election of the nation of Israel. First of all, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Chakodash. Well, double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who well, and peace and salutation to the sincere Achim, well, Achwathim, which are listening and learning, of course, working out their salvation with all fear and trembling. Shemwa, or Shem Yah Slachia. Shem Yah, which means Shem means name, Yah means my name is Amafba from the Great Millstone Plaintables camp located here in the city of Philadelphia. And of course Babylon, which is a place of confusion. Coming again with another lesson of the Chakodash. Yahweh is the true, almighty, and powerful name of the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God, and His only begotten Son's name is Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Hashem meaning the name, Recha meaning spirit, Kodash is holy, which I uttered in the Paleo Hebrew, which is the language that has been returned unto the Hebrew Israelites, which consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans. And of course, since our seed has been scattered amongst the heathen, our people may look like the heathen, but our spirit bear witness with our spirit. We are the children of the power, all right, in which the spirit, of course, is the words written in the book, all right, the Bible, all right. So without further ado, I'm going to go into this wee lesson really quick, which we have it here. Family of 8 who drove off cliff died in murder scene, and you have our suicide, which a murder scene, all right, which it says Jennifer and Sarah Hart drove the GMC Yukon off the California cliff at 90 miles per hour and killed Harag Haratazach, which this is murder. There are 6 adoptive kids who were as young as 12 years old. Okay, so you have it here. This is Mashapatium, judgment from the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Let's start with this these scriptures. This is Zephaniah 3 and 5, and it reads, the just Yahweh, all right, with Lord, everything of course is just and right. Okay, so this was a righteous thing that was done, all right. It says the just Yahweh, all right, the Most High, his name is Yahweh, is in the midst thereof, and he will not do iniquity, all right, we not do a multitude of sin and such, all right. It says every morning, all right, Bakwar, I believe morning, all right, is Bakwar Baha-Baryath, okay, Bakwar, all right. And it says here, every morning doth he bring his Mashapatium to light, he feeleth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame. All right, so you have it here. This is judgment, and you have it every day. Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai is bringing forth judgments. All right, you have it here. We have judgment upon what? A family of 8 here, which we have here a bunch of confusion, which the Lord is not the author of confusion. You have it here, 2 mums. All right, Amayam are mums. All right, Ama is mom in Hebrew. All right, so you have it here, no la abba, no father. All right, here present, and this is adoption here. It says a family of 8 who drove their car off of a 100-foot cliff were killed and are murdered, all right, which is Ratzazach Baha-Baryath in Hebrew. A murder suicide, an inquest has heard. It says Jennifer Hart and her partner Sarah both 38 killed their 6 adoptive kids after researching about suicide online. And you have it here, a bunch of confusion, right? Because you have it here, homosexuality, also known as lesbianism here, okay, which is against the law, statute, commandments, and it is justifiable for Yahweh Bashem Yahshai to take them out. All right, this is going to be the book of Leviticus 20 and 13. It says, if a man also lie with mankind as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. All right, so it of course is wicked, of course, for a man to sleep with mankind as with womankind, and of course the same applies for a woman. All right, this is going to be the book of Romans chapter 1, going straight to the point. which is, I'm going to go starting at verse 24. It says, wherefore the Most High also gave them up to uncleanness through their lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves. And the Most High, of course, he of course creates. All right, he of course controls the thoughts of men, etc., etc. All right, the good and the bad. All right, man's goings of the Lord. All right, so this is all Yahweh Shem Shai controlling all elements. Okay, which he gave them over to their own lusts and of their own hearts, their own minds. All right, it says here, it says, who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie, and worship and serve the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. It says, verse 26, the point, for this cause the Most High gave them unto vile affections. All right, it's vile. All right, we're gonna get that reword here in the Greek, which we have atamia, I believe. Atamia, which is a dishonor, a disgrace, right? And it's a shame, and it is vile to do these things. But you have it here in this society. These things, of course, evil is considered good and evil, and that's because of the so-called white man, who's the Edomites. All right, the red Hebrew Edomite, the elites of them. All right, ruling over this world. All right. They, of course, since the earth is given in the hand of the wicked have these people under a spell, gross darkness, via their witchcraft, their philosophies, their wine, which they perpetuate to all the people, especially these women, whom have been depraved of what? Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, which that's a precept will have coming on, Paquad. Right, so it says here, affection, so vile affection, right, you have it, shame, vile, reproach, you have it here, you got passion, all right, feeling which the mind suffers. All right, let's go further, and it says here, and it says also, for even their woman did change their natural use into that which is against nature, which it's against nature for a woman to, of course, be with another woman, to, of course, engage in all types of sexual acts with them. All right, it says, and likewise also men leaving the natural use of the woman, which of course is to what? Procreate, have sex. All right, burning in their lust one towards another, men with men. All right, working that which is unseemly, and receiving themselves that recompense of their error, which was meat. Okay, it says, and even as they did not retain the power in their knowledge, the Most High have gave them over to a reprobate mind, which a reprobate mind is a mind void of judgment, to do the things which are not convenient. All right, which you have it. This isn't convenient at all to be, of course, one, a lesbian, also to be having an entire family. That's just an entire family of confusion. All right, convenient. And let me see what they got here. They got fit. Let me see. I'm gonna get a little weak. Definition really quick. All right, our chawash, which is quick in Hebrew. It says fitting, personal needs. All right, it's not fit. All right, it's not to, of course, fit what of course, a person that's in righteousness. All right, so continue on into the article. You have it here. Jennifer Hart and her partner, which is Sarah, both, they killed their 6 adoptive children and such. All right, let's go to the next scripture, which we have here. This is gonna be the book of Ecclesiasticus and Apocrypha, our original King James Bible. Yeah, chapter, I believe this is in chapter, this is 38, 39 and 28 actually. So it reads here, it says, there be spirits, or Rechayim, which spirit is Rechayim, make plural, that are created for vengeance. It says, which in their fury lay on sore strokes, It says, in the time of their destruction, they pour their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. All right, in which this was, of course, a punishment, right? Vengeance, which is vengeance is punishment afflicted as a retribution exacted for injury or wrong. All right, which, you know, these people here, you know, these kids, they're in there innocent at all. All right, you know, this is the book of Job, chapter 4, and it's going to be chapter 4 and verse 7. And it says, remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off? It says, even as I have seen they that plow iniquity, which is sin upon sin, and so wickedness shall reap the same. All right, and you know that, of course, this is the place of judgment. All right, the place under the sun of judgment. All right, where you know, of course, judgment is played out. All right, the place under the sun, which is what? Earth. All right, so, you know, this is where, of course, you receive your judgment from your past lives and such. All right, because reincarnation is biblical. All right, if you may understand, you have to, of course, you know, get the precepts and get the understanding on it. And if you may understand, your Lord is not dealing with you, and it's just not for you to understand. All right, you know, and you'll be destroyed, and, you know, then you'll understand. All right, this is going to be the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3 and 16. It says, and moreover, I saw under the sun a place of judgment, Mashapatnim, that wickedness was there, in the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. I said in mine, and that's earth here. All right, that's here. Okay, just so you know. All right, this is where judgment plays out. All right, here on earth, what you done, you know, wickedness you done in your past, you know, lives and such. All right, you come back every 3 and 4th generation and such. Right, so going further in the article, it says here, a jury at the 2-day injustice decided that the 2 women plowed the GMC Yukon off a cliff in 90 miles per hour in Cali. It says last year, it says, speaking after the verdict, Mendocino County Sheriff Coroner Thomas Allman said this was held so truth can come out. It says we needed to know the facts of this case, and I'm giving you the facts of the case. What of course this really is via the scriptures. You know, I'm just gonna speak over it. It says, because the Lord's word is over everything. It says the tragic children were Marquise, 19, Hannah, Devontae, Jeremiah, Abigail, and Sarah. And it seems like these are probably most likely Israelites, you know, that have, of course, been put to death. All right, you have biblical names here and such, you know, Hannah, Jeremiah. I have to go into Abigail, but yeah, it says Devontae remains having been found. It says Devontae, African American or Judite, drew international attention in 2014 when he was photographed embracing a white officer. With named white people that exist. You have, of course, people that are from various derivatives of browns or lacking melanin, which they are actually from hues of dark or lighter red. All right, all the way to, you know, bright red. All right, which that's the so-called white man. White is a social construct, which is a lie that was invented. I gotta get back into that actual date, but a lot of Akim been bringing that out. All right, Slakia, of course, they have it off the top of my head. I want to say something like, and then yeah, I don't even want to say it right now. I'm gonna go into it, but I'll get it, Lord willing, in the future lessons, of course, and bring it out. It says police officer Edomite, right? This is Edomite, Edomite police officer at a rally to protest the shooting of a black teenager in Ferguson, Missouri. All right. So you got here, you know, family. This is a bunch of confusion. All right, 2 moms. All right, 2 Hart women died by suicide. All men, the deaths of the 6 children were ruled by murder. All right, it says in there was no motive. It says Jennifer Hart is thought to be driven the car off the cliff 3 days after Child Protective Services in Washington State opened an investigation into allegations she and her partner had neglected or abused the children. Alright, so there you go there. Of course, these Edomites, they're cruel, especially to you, Jake, you Israelites and such. They're the devil. Alright, so yeah, the police autopsy shows Jennifer Hart was legally drunk, alright, at the time of the crash. Alright, and you see here, and they got, of course, they said 3 children, among which Sarah Hart tested positive for the allergy drug known as Benadryl, which can make people sleepy. So they drugged them. The Hart family is truly resting in peace. Alright, and that's basically it. Alright, so let's get into some more scriptures. This is going to be the book of Isaiah, chapter 2 and 10. It says, enter into the rock and hide thee in the dust. Dust is the confusion. For the fear of Yahweh are in the glory of his majesty. Alright, it says, the lofty looks of man shall be humbled. Alright, let me see if it's gonna be Haina or Kanai. Let me see what I got. So humble, we got actually Shapal. Alright, haughtiness. Alright, being loud. Alright, abase, Shapal. Alright, to become low, to sink, to be humiliated. Alright, and these women these days, Ashayim, they're women, they're being, of course, judged, especially these haughty ones. Right, it says haughtiness of men shall be bowed down, and Yahweh alone shall be exalted in that day, the day of the Lord. Alright, it says, for the day of Yahweh of hosts shall be upon everyone that is proud and lofty, and everyone that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low. Alright, and that's happening to new. Alright, this is going to be the book of Job, chapter 37, and this is going to start at, this is Job 37 and 5. It says, the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yashai, thundereth marvelously with his voice. Great things doth he, which we cannot comprehend. A lot of these things that Yahweh Shem Yashai do, you would think like, oh, he just made a person fly off a cliff to their death. Alright, Mawath. Alright, you would think that that's crazy, but you gotta think our thoughts are not his thoughts are way higher than ours. You're not even on the same playing field at all. Alright, it says he said, I'm gonna skip down to verse 7. He sealeth up the hand of every man, that all men may know his work. Alright, going down to verse I'm gonna go down to actually Job 36 and 13. It says, but the hypocrites in heart heap up wrath, they cry not when he bindeth them. Alright, but you have it where the hypocrites, these actors, stage players, you have it here that, you thinking that these women are good people, then they're not at all. They're wicked. Alright, they heap up nothing but wrath, and you can see it. They put these these little Jake to death. Alright, really quick, this is going to be Job 39 and 13. It says here, gavest thou the goodly wings unto peacocks, or wings and feathers unto the ostrich, which leaveth her eggs? And the ostrich is a dumb animal, or really silly animal. It says, which leaveth her eggs in the earth, and warmeth them in the dust, and forgetteth that the foot may crush them. They're not regarding their young. It says, or that the wild beast may break them. You have it where certain animals, other birds, of course, look after their young. You have it here, ostriches walk about and crush, their own, offspring. It says she is hardened against her young ones, as they were not hers. All right, and you see it, adoptive kids, got put to death. All right, her labor is in vain, or her labor work is in vain without fear, because the Most High Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai hath depraved her of chakama, or wisdom, neither hath he impart to her understanding. All right, so the Lord never gave her any, of course, wisdom and understanding. That's why women need a man, all right, a man of the Lord, a elect man, all right, of the nation of Israel, to, of course, lead over her in righteousness. Okay, because she's been deprived of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right, this is going to be the book of Wisdom of Solomon, and this is going to be Wisdom of Solomon, chapter, I believe this is chapter 3. And I just seen where I was at. It says, I'm going to start here at verse 10. It says, but the ungodly shall be punished according to their own imaginations, which have neglected the righteous and forsaken the Lord. For whoso, this is the point, Slaki. It says here, for whoso despises wisdom, which women despise wisdom, they hate wisdom, for the most part, most of them, they know, though there is holy women that want, of course, hearken to this truth, but, the Lord is dealing with, of course, men, all right? It says, for whoso despises wisdom and nurture, he is miserable. And you have it where these women are miserable. That's why, of course, they put themselves to death, being lesbians, and that they, of course, most of them, of course, people that are as homosexuals, they suffer from depression, and they have the actual numbers, but you can look into it yourselves. It says he is miserable, and their hope is vain, is empty, their labors unfruitful, and their works unprofitable. It says their wives are foolish, and their children wicked, their offspring is cursed, right? So their offspring is cursed. Wherefore blessed is the barren that is undefiled, which hath not known the sinful bed. She have fruit in the vegetation of souls. That's basically it, what I'm going to bring out in this wee lesson. That's it, basically. So you have it here. A family of 8 who drove off a cliff died, all right, in a murder suicide. Hope you're edified. This was work of Yahweh Shemel Shai Mashapatium. All right, he visited the earth, for all this wickedness, bringing judgment to the unrighteousness of these people. Shalom to election. Shalom.